I'm with Warren Steele, who is the number one on the Warren Steele ticket and is seeking re-election as a current councillor. So Warren, tell us about yourself and some background of your involvement in the Kiama community and why you are standing for re-election as our representative on council.
Certainly. Well, first up, I've been living in the municipality for 40 years. I've got 3 children, basically all live here. We came down, we didn't know a soul, and now we know we've got 45 relatives. Okay. Twice I've been deputy mayor. I've been on council for 24 years, and although I'm very keen to stand this time, one of the main reasons I'm standing is to get Todd Jordan on. Todd's been born here, local guy. He's my number 2, and I think he'll make an excellent member. But not only that, I think he's got mayor potential. Okay. In the past, I have stood twice for state election and once for federal as a Liberal. I haven't been in the Liberal Party for, I think, just over 30 years. Once you get into local government, I don't think party politics should enter it, and I'm very strong on that. I don't want somebody telling me what I should do, shouldn't do. Okay, but that's the way I see it. That's basic about it.
Okay. Yep. Thanks, Warren. One of the biggest issues for the Kiama local government area is the tension between urban development and economic growth versus the preservation of green space and the character and heritage of Kiama. Where do you think the balance should be struck on this issue?
I do not see a real problem. State government make the decisions on major land development. When I first came to Kiama, Gainsborough was a paddock, and now you look at it now and it's full on. It can get a little bit bigger. I'd probably put another 20, 30 houses on it, but that's it. Like, that was a dairy town, and we were a tourist town, and we're not a dairy town anymore. There is a lot of unused ex-dairy farms, and not a cow has been on them for years. The people from Sydney seem as though they come down, but do not want other of the same, have the same opportunity to come and live in Kiama. And that's a shame, because Kiama's going to get bigger, and I think there's plenty of land around that's not being used by dairies. The cows haven't been on for years. And I think there's plenty of land, really, if you look at it, in both Gerringong and here, and even Chamberoo for that matter, that we could develop on flat land. It's not going to affect anybody. It's been a cow area for years, but it's not there. So I don't think we've got a real problem on that. And I think if we don't do something about it, the state government will tell us to do it. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Warren. So what are the 2 issues that you would address as a priority if you were to be re-elected?
Okay, the 2 issues. Number 1 is to get a shopping centre, at Coona Street. When I was deputy mayor with the mayor, Brian Petchler, we bought 2 blocks. First off, we bought the old printing business with this in mind, to go the whole town, right? Then we purchased the hardware store. Now, for 9 years, I personally, and some of the other councils, have been pushing for this development. And you remember the night we came here and we had Dowds show us what they were going to do. In my mind, and I've spoken to him a few times, that's exactly what we want. It's perfect, it ties up the town, it provides parking, and that's the way to go. And as well as that, the other thing that I want to see is parking. There's a real problem in town, and it shouldn't be a problem. We've just, in Coona Street on the western side, we've got land there that's not being used. Now, we've had people dig down that, and they've gone down 11 metres, past 11 metres. We own it. So what we could do is have go down a couple of stories, either have something in the middle or 5 stories of parking. Okay, that would mean that every residence would get a card and they'd be allowed to go in there for 2 hours free. All visitors would actually have to pay. Now, it's an income for us, but it solves our problems. And if they park there, then they'd walk through the new development, whoever builds it, and that's going to save a lot of our problems. Parking's our killer. It really is. So they're the two things that I'll push for. The problem is, you've got to get 5 of you on council, 5 that think the same way. And that's what I've found in the past, most of this time, so frustrating, because you try to put an idea across and, well, the Greens won't support virtually anything that I feel that I put up. So I'm hoping there'll be a mixture of everybody but the Greens that will get in and say, yeah, okay, I'll support that. And we could do a lot more things if that happens.
Okay, thanks, Warren. Kiama residents would like to see better engagement and communication between council and the community. How would you improve the transparency of council's actions and engage the community more effectively?
Okay, I don't see a problem there, I really don't. With your organisation involved, I mean, you run that, there's a couple of other precincts that are all approachable to council. When you're a councillor, roughly every week you get 6, sometimes a lot more calls, but at least 6 calls for all sorts of things. And I feel that even the council we've got here now, all the councils get the same problem, or at least several of us do, because we answer the questions. And sometimes it's a pain. The first thing you think, oh no, it's Sunday morning. But that's the way I see it, that we need 5 people, and I think we'd solve all those sort of problems. As well as that, now we've got the Bugle, which is a magic paper when you think about it. It's better than the old Messenger ever was. And people being informed. And sometimes, if I haven't seen the Bugle, people are telling me things, and I think, geez, I didn't know that, that hasn't come to us. So I think we've got it summed up. I don't think there's a problem there. Okay. Others may think, and your organisation may think that, but I certainly don't. I think we're all the councils are approachable.
Okay. Yep. Thank you, Warren. Are there any other issues that you'd like to raise?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we've got good staff. I'm concerned about our DAs. We've got to get them out quicker. We've got a shocking reputation. And I think our new general manager and our environmental I've lost it for a second. Both of them are trying hard, and we've got to improve that. We've probably got the worst reputation in the area, and that's the big thing. But I think the other thing is that Kiama Council, and I've been on there for like 24 years, this will be my 6th term if I get on, and you've been there, we fight, we argue, but you notice we all go out and we have tea straight after it. And you and I can have the best blue in the world, and you walk outside and you're sitting with the person. I mean, I won't mention any names, but a couple of them I fire in all the time. I respect them, and we sit down, we have a drink, all bets are off. And none of the other councils can do that. So Kiama's got a lot going for it, and always has.
Okay. Thank you, Warren, for your time.
Good.